Hey everybody, this is Patrick from Rocky Mountain Style. Today we're going to try something different for the first time. I'm going to go over a collection from a company and just sort of give my reactions to it. The audio I know is probably pretty poor. I just got this webcam that I'm looking at now. I'm using the onboard audio for that. So if this works out well, if this ends up being the kind of content that is cool to do and you guys like, then I'll buy a nice mic here pretty soon. So you won't have to sit through too many of these with bad audio like this. So today we're going to be doing a look at the Normal brand and their new fall winter 2023 collection, which just dropped a couple of days ago. So some of these items are new for this year. Some I recognize from last year, so they're just restocked, maybe a few new colors, things like that. So we'll go through those and I'll just sort of give my opinions on them and talk about the brand in general. So my experience with the Normal brand goes back about 2 years. It's one of those companies that I think I saw an ad on Facebook for, something like that. I was like, hey, this looks pretty cool. Let me look at the website. I actually bought a dress for my wife. Was the first purchase I did. It ended up being a little bit short on her. She didn't really like it, so I sent it back. But then I was looking and I was like, hey, let me give one of these hoodies a try. So my actual first purchase was this here, which is a Puremeso hoodie. I can't remember the exact name of this hoodie because they don't sell it anymore. So this one has this placket, right? It's got these white pulls for the hood, and then it's got this sort of Henley style placket, right? There we go. But anyways, this Puremeso fabric, made me fall in love, and this has been my most worn single piece I've owned over the last 2 years, probably. I put this on in the mornings when I get out of bed in the fall and winter to keep me warm until I get ready for the day, or wear it out even. This one, unfortunately, let me find where it's at. I wore this to the dentist getting a root canal. You can see that little spot there. So something they were doing in my mouth, disinfectant wise, had some sort of chlorine in it or something like that. And a spot got on my hoodie, and now it's sort of bleached out right there, which kind of sucks, but I still wear it. I've got a couple others since then. This hat I actually bought in the store in Denver when it opened. Actually, not when it opened, but back in January, I bought this because I saw it and I liked it. Kind of wanted a new hat. So anyways, there it is. Full disclosure up front, I am now an ambassador for the Normal brand, is what they call it. So I have a link that I'll post in the description of this video that gets you 15% off your first order. Of course, I do get a small kickback on that. So if you like their stuff, if you want to try it out and you want to help support the channel so I can keep picking stuff up to give reviews on, clothes, boots, shoes, all that kind of stuff, yeah, that'd be awesome. And if not, that's cool too. Okay, let's get into it. So let's make this a little bigger. All right, so they have men's and women's. We're not going to look at the women's today. So let's go new arrivals, shop men's new arrivals. All right. So a couple of things. So this hoodie, I think this is actually a slightly new design for the Puremeso because you can see it doesn't have any pulls, any drawstring, I guess, which is either a good thing or a bad thing, I guess, whether you like them or not. Some people, they'll tie them in nicely into a bow. I've seen that as a style. I never do that. I just let them hang. So I actually like this. It's a cleaner look. That's a good color. That green's a good color. Their stone is a really light sort of heathered gray. It looks white in the pictures, but I do have a Henley that's this color, and it's an extremely light heathered gray. But yeah, that's pretty cool. $78, not bad, I think. It does look a little thinner. I don't know how thick that'll be, but definitely a nice fall transitional piece. And I guess let's talk about Puremeso. So here's that. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause it. Actually, they don't have the specs. So Puremeso, let's find something that has the specs on it. Puremeso is a blend of cotton. Here we go. Cotton, poly, and spandex. So just looking at that, it's nothing special, right? A lot of people use cotton poly blends in different amounts for different reasons, probably for cost, for wash, resistance, how well it stands up to being washed and worn before it starts pilling, things like that. But however they do it with their Puremeso fabric. It really is something special. I've made a few posts about it here and there on Instagram, and I've mentioned it here and there on videos on the YouTube channel, but you really need to feel it to believe it. It's warm when you need it to be. It's cool when you need it to be. It's soft, but it's also somehow durable. So it's a really interesting fabric. So another thing to mention about the Normal brand, all of their stuff's made in China, no made in USA stuff, which is why you can get something like this, quarter zip pullover. They call it the weekend quarter zip. $78. If this was made in America, yada yada yada, it'd be well over 100 probably. So as I always say, if that's a deal breaker for you, fine. I don't mind things made overseas. I'm a global economist, I guess you can call it that. If a company chooses to make their product somewhere, and the customer, and they're forthright about it, the customer knows that, I see no issues. You can choose to spend your money elsewhere. You can choose to spend it here. It's really a non-issue for me, as long as they're not trying to hide anything or make things seem like they're made somewhere when they're not. But Normal brand's not doing that. All right, so weekend quarter zip. I actually have two of these. I bought, which one was it? I think it was this one. Yeah, in wine. I bought this one at the beginning of last fall, so I wore it the whole season. It fits me great. It's easy to put over a t-shirt. It's easy to wear with just like an undershirt, and then you can put a jacket over it. Again, extremely comfortable. Like you put them on and you don't even want to take them off. I wear these to work sometimes when I don't feel like dressing up in the winter. Put on a pair of khakis, slacks, chinos, whatever it happens to be, and one of these. And with the collar and the fact that it's kind of like a nice fabric with a little bit of sheen to it, it's good enough to wear into the office. Then I also bought this green one, which is basically the same color as that green hoodie that I drew over there. And I wear this quite a bit. It goes with a lot, with sort of this cream accent here and then the green. So I know we're going slow here. We'll speed it up, but this might be my favorite item I have now. I like that hoodie and I wear it a lot, but these are a lot more versatile to wear out. So if you're going to pick something up, I would put this really, really high on your list, to be completely honest. So let's look what else they have. This jogger, I think this is new. I don't remember seeing this last year. I haven't tried this out. Looks pretty standard. Let's look at one that maybe has, yeah, so we can see the details better. Yeah, it's always tough to tell white against a white background, right? But it looks like we have some standard slash cut pockets, and then, yeah, just sort of a elastic rib closure at the bottom. Being Puremeso, it's going to be comfortable, but I mean, those aren't too exciting, I guess, unless you're looking for a pair of sweatpants. I might pick some up just to try out. The Peak Stitch Crew. So is this what I tried last year? Yeah. So this exact one right here, this navy and burgundy one, really like how this looks. I actually did buy this last year, tried it on, wasn't a huge fan of how it fit me. I don't know, sometimes things that have more boxy shoulders, since I'm a little shorter and my, I don't know, neck to end of my shoulder length's a little bit shorter, I get a lot of pointy, boxy shoulders sometimes with certain kind of cuts. And I think I remember that was the case with this. It was extremely nice, and I really wish it would have fit me, but it didn't. So this is not a new item for this year, but it looks like they brought it back. They also have it in gray and navy, which is pretty cool. I like that. This is 100% cotton, so cool there. Comfort terry pant. Okay, so before we talk there, I want to hop over here and show you guys a jacket. So this is a jacket, the Comfort Terry Chore Coat in Moss. I bought this in the store in Denver at the end of January this year, so January 2023. So I was able to wear it through the end of the winter and then the beginning of the spring. This thing is awesome. It looks really cool. This outfit he's got it on with is actually pretty not flattering. That guy kind of looks like Derek Jeter. It's a Yankees old baseball player. Anyways, I've worn this a lot. It's this Comfort Terry fabric, which 77 cotton, 18 rayon, 1 spandex, and 4% mystery fiber. So that's interesting, but it looks, it has the look of a sort of a canvas type jacket, right? Something more rugged, but it's stretchy and it's soft. And I think it looks the business. This is something that's really cool. So All right, so that's what comfort terry is. All right, so let's pop back over to the new arrivals and talk about the pants, I guess. So my guess is these are going to be really comfortable, really soft pants that look like a chino and that also have some stretch to them. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they look like a chino. You can tell they're a little bit of stretch. So that's actually a pretty cool item. I don't think they had these last year. Have them in a couple colors. That might be a possibility. 128 is reasonable, I think, for a versatile pant that you can wear casually and in, you know, business casual, not business casual, smart casual kind of settings. Jimmy sweater hoodie. Okay, so this is something that is also from last year that I actually have. I have this exact one in navy. This was part of my mystery box. Also, when I was up at the store in Denver in January, they were running their mystery box sale, which they do at the end of the winter and the end of the summer. They actually just did the summer one. But it's basically you say, hey, I'm a large, I'm a medium, and they put a bunch of items in a box and you get like 60, 70% off, something like that. It's a way to close out the year, right? So this is a great hoodie as well, the Jimmy. So it's got these edges on the cuff here that are kind of like rolled under, which give like a rugged look. And the way that everything's stitched together almost makes it look like it's inside out when it's not, which I think is kind of a neat look. Super casual, but it also fits me pretty well. And I believe I featured this in the unboxing video of that mystery box. So I'll go ahead and link that if you guys want to see that on. But yeah, this could be a fantastic purchase. This is not Puremeso. This is a more standard kind of a fabric, 100% cotton. There you go, standard as it gets. So that's a great piece. Everyday Henley. I also got one of these in my box. It's with the raglan sleeve construction. Let's get one that looks a little bit easier. Yeah, so there you go. With the raglan sleeve construction, again, just with my body type, I find them to be not super flattering. And even though it fits well and it's really comfortable, it's a little bit tight in the chest and shoulder area, sort of right here. So I haven't tried it on since last winter. It's been in the back room and in sort of winter storage. Again, Puremeso is a great fabric if you like Henleys and want something warm that you can wear on its own like this, you know, into the fall, probably down to, you know, 55 degrees without really needing a jacket unless you get really cold. This is a really cool option. All right, what else do we have? Kennedy Spec Crew Sweater. Okay, I think this is new. I don't remember seeing this, although that's out. Let's look at the reviews. Are there any reviews? Okay, there's some reviews from last year. So this is not new, but looks like they got the white back in stock. Pretty standard looking cable knit sweater. Nothing real special there. 115 seems fine, I guess. 80 wool, 20% nylon. Okay, so mostly wool, but a little bit of extra nylon to make it a bit more durable, perhaps, less prone to pilling. Here's a Puremeso. I have one of these in an orange color called almond. Weird, right? That looks like it's no longer offered, but this is actually really fantastic. I wear this a lot when it's cold, sort of as like an alternate to a t-shirt. Much thicker than a t-shirt, of course. It's really a crew neck sweatshirt is what they should call it. But it's sort of a thin sweatshirt, but that Puremeso fabric keeps it pretty warm. How long are we going here? I can't tell. 13 minutes? All right. Yeah, this is getting kind of long. Let's look. What else is new? Button popover. I don't remember that from last year either. Okay, so that kind of is cool. It has a little placket with a collar that seems to be able to stand up. Let's look at it on the model. All right, yeah, that seems cool if it's your style. I haven't really ever tried anything like that. I guess I wouldn't mind trying that this year. Don't really know what it would look like on me, but similar idea to the quarter zip we saw earlier, just with buttons instead of zippers. There's a 2-button Henley. Sort of a different look for a Henley if you want one that's not quite as deep from the last one that we looked at. And looks like it has a cream colored placket there to give a little contrast. So getting green, I really like this green color. That's nice. All right, what else do we got? Seawool Nep Crew. I know this is not a new one. I remember this from last year, but this is made out of some crazy sustainable fabric, right? Recycled plastic and oyster shells, yeah. So I have not tried this sort of fisherman style sweater, right? There's the rundown. Okay, so that's pretty cool if you like that kind of sweater. Weekend polo, just a long sleeve polo. I don't like long sleeve polos, so we're not going to look at that. Okay, so I think this is new. This is just like that Jimmy sweatshirt I showed you. There it is in navy, but looks to be a quarter zip instead of a sweatshirt. Yeah, and you can see some of the detail there. I think that's really neat, the way you can see the gray coming through on the navy. That's definitely something I might try. And if you've watched this long, leave a comment on what you think I should try. Okay, so they also have some shirts, right? So mountain overshirt, this is their version of a flannel. I believe I have one of these as well, maple plaid. I think it's this one. Are we gonna load? I think I've confused it. All right, anyways, maple plaid, I'm pretty sure is the one I got in my mystery box last year. It's a pretty standard flannel. It's not overly thick. It fit okay. If you're in the mood for their coloration, and for me, flannels is kind of about that. I buy ones that I think look cool. You know, I'm not out on the trail or anything like that. Puremeso blazer. Now this is something that I'm not so sure about. You know, I like blazers, especially casual blazers, if you follow the channel. But knowing the Puremeso fabric, which is super soft and more like a sweatshirt, I'm not exactly sure how this would go. You can see it looks cool on this model, but like, you know, things look cool on models. That's why they model them. He's got it over, looks like just a t-shirt, I guess. But with some of the comfort terry chore pants. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'd have to see that in person, I think, and try it on, but that's a way to elevate your style, you know, go from casual to smart casual. Just throw this on over a t-shirt if it's, you know, 55, 50 degrees out, something like that, and you don't feel like wearing a normal coat. You could probably throw this on and look a little bit more elevated than you may otherwise. Yeah, they have jeans. I don't think they're anything special. I haven't tried them. I should say that. I haven't tried their jeans, but just glancing at them, they look like about that same that you'd get like at Mott & Bow or, you know, a stretch Levi's or something like that. I think this might be new. This looks pretty cool. Quilted Sherpa line jacket. Dark forest. Yep, that's the one I would go for right there. Looks like it has a little bit of Sherpa lining on the inside, not up on the collar, so it's probably just on the inside, but looks fairly warm. 158 bucks. That's not bad for something like that that's lined, I suppose. Canvas chore coat. Jackson button-up shirt. Is this new? Indigo plaid. Okay, cool. Slightly different type of shirt than the last one we looked at. 100% cotton. All right, cool. And see, this is getting pretty long, so see if there's any other high points. All right, here's the hat I actually have on my head right now. The Dano Trucker. Looks like they don't have it in any of those colors other than navy, but I do like this hat. Let's look real quick at jackets. See what else they have. The Legend jacket in black. That looks like a shirt jacket. Again, this Comfort Terry chore coat, fantastic. I would 100% recommend this for anyone. These two colors are pretty similar. One's obviously more of a light green. One's more of a sort of brownie taupe. Shirt jacket, Sherpa trim flight jacket. Oh, okay. So I actually have this jacket as well. I got this in my mystery box. The shell is kind of nylon-y feeling, like it's got some good water resistance. Really soft collar, zip there, you know, elastic on the bottom and the cuffs, just like you get with the bomber. You know, pretty cool jacket. 198 bucks, maybe a little steep for it, but it is a good jacket. I wore it a few times last year. Again, I got that mystery box in February, so it was the end of the winter, and I've got a lot of jackets. So I didn't get a ton of wear in on this. I'm going to wear it more this winter in different situations, but that was pretty good. Here's a trucker version of that chore coat. This one looks to have yeah, slash pockets and patch pockets up here. So a little bit different style, but again, it's going to be great. But bright side flannels, these are pretty popular. They're a sort of flannelly, soft on the outside, and then you can see that wool blanket lining on the inside. Yeah, guys. All right. So this is plenty long enough. And again, sorry about the audio. If you've watched this long, you know, bless you. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see me pick any of these things up. I will be able to pick up an item or two due to my ambassadorship, and I'll try them out. Let me know. If you want to see more of this kind of content with a better microphone, let me know. I can do any brand, you know, Free Note Cloth, you know, Kato. I'm just thinking of ones that popped into my head for new reviews. You know, all the different Huckberry stuff that comes out in the winter. and fall. So yeah, thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody.